She told me not to wait up. She was at another man's house. I ended it coldly. Her message arrived at 10:17 p.m. A single vibration on my phone, a soft sound, but it split my world clean in half. I'm staying at Craig's tonight, don't wait up. No explanation, no apology, just instructions. Like I was a subordinate, a background character in my own life. I stared at the screen, feeling a numb, cold pressure expand inside my chest. A strange calm washed over me, the type that doesn't belong to shock, but to clarity. Heavy, quiet. I recognized the feeling instantly. Something had finally broken. The lamp hummed above me. The clock ticked in slow, heavy beats. Outside, rain tapped the window in a steady rhythm, like someone knocking to be let inside. Craig, a name she had mentioned once, too casually, too easily. A coworker, just a friend. The kind of friend who texts after midnight. The kind of friend she closes laptop tabs for. But she had never been bold enough to say his name like this, not in a message meant to wound cleanly. The rain sharpened. My pulse slowed to a dangerous, controlled rhythm. Don't wait up. She wrote it like she expected me to sit exactly where I was and obey. I didn't move, not for a long time. Just watched the message, letting the meaning settle into the deepest parts of me. At 10:24 p.m., I stood. At 10:26, I picked up my keys. And by 10:30, I decided tonight would be the last night she ever dictated anything to me. The betrayal didn't start tonight. It only revealed itself in full. I replayed everything on the quiet drive home from a long shift earlier. Her distance, her sudden late team meetings, the way she guarded her phone like it held the nuclear codes, the faint cologne on her jacket once, too sharp to be mine. Back then, I let myself believe the simplest lie. She was tired, she was stressed, life was heavy. People change under pressure, right? But something darker had been forming beneath the surface, like ink spreading through water. My mind tried to rewrite memories in real time. The sudden need for privacy, the late-night showers, her quick, defensive tone every time my questions drifted too close. At dinner a week ago, her eyes never met mine. She smiled at her phone more than she smiled at me. Yet she still kissed my cheek out of habit. She still called me baby with that distracted softness meant to pacify me. Now I saw it for what it was. Not affection, not love, just a smokescreen, a distraction while she slipped further away. I thought I was losing her, but the truth was sharper. She had already left. She was just waiting for me to notice. I didn't call her, didn't text back, didn't ask questions. I didn't need answers, just confirmation. So I began studying her life the same way I studied failure at work, quietly, patiently, like a puzzle whose pieces had to be forced into place. Phone records first. She laughed when I asked for her phone last week, tossing it onto the couch like she had nothing to hide. She didn't know I was watching her reflection in the TV screen, watching the way her eyes tightened when I picked it up. I remembered the number I saw repeated in her call logs. Tonight, I dialed it. A man answered. Craig. His voice was too comfortable, too familiar, like he knew exactly who might be calling and why. I hung up without speaking. Then I checked her location history. She forgot I had access from when she lost her phone years ago. I had never used it since, until tonight. Craig's address appeared like a verdict. My chest didn't burn. My hands didn't shake. I felt nothing. Absolutely nothing. It was the kind of cold that lets you think clearly, the kind of cold that turns emotion into strategy. So I followed the signs. I followed the trail she never meant for me to find, and every step made one truth sharper. She wasn't careless. She was confident. Overconfident. She thought I would break down. She thought I would beg. She thought she was irreplaceable. But she forgot something vital. I am quiet. Not passive. Quiet is misread. Quiet is underestimated. Quiet is dangerous. So I planned. Not revenge, not anger, just closure, the kind she couldn't argue with. She came home at 7:14 a.m., hair messy, shirt wrinkled, eyes tired in a way sleep can't explain. She froze when she saw me sitting calmly at the kitchen table, coffee steaming, laptop open, a printed sheet waiting beside it, call log records. Her breath stuttered. "You're up early," she whispered. I didn't answer. She swallowed, hard. I told you last night, Craig's place was closer to the office. I was exhausted and I slid the paper across the table. Her face drained. Slowly, she sat. Her fingers trembled on the edge of the table, barely touching it, like the wood might burn her. Where did you get that?" I didn't blink. Does it matter? Her eyes filled with panic, real panic, not guilt, not shame, fear. "That's not what it looks like," she whispered, voice cracking. "It looks like the truth," I said. She broke. Her shoulders sagged, and the lie crumbled out of her mouth. "I'm sorry. I didn't know how to tell you. I made a mistake. A stupid, stupid mistake." I leaned back, calm. A mistake that lasted 3 months? She stared down, silent. That was my answer. The truth, finally uncovered, finally undeniable. And yet, I felt nothing. Not rage, not heartbreak, just a cold, final clarity. She reached across the table, desperate. "We can fix this. I'll block him. I'll quit my job. Just don't give up on us." I stood slowly. She froze as I placed a sealed envelope in front of her. "What's this?" she whispered. "Freedom," I said, "for both of us." Inside were divorce papers, already signed, already processed for filing. Her face collapsed. You already knew?" "I suspected," I said. "But last night?" Last night confirmed everything. Tears streaked down her cheeks as she shook her head violently. "No, no, please. We can talk. We can work on this. I don't want to lose you." "You lost me months ago," I said quietly. "You just didn't notice." Her breath hitched like a wound reopening. "I don't want him. I want you." She reached for me again. I stepped back. The space between us became a wall, cold, final. "You made your choice last night," I said. "All I'm doing is accepting it." Her sobs became soft, strangled sounds, like someone drowning on dry land. But I didn't flinch. I didn't comfort her. Not anymore. She had given her body, her time, her secrets to another man, and expected me to wait patiently at home. Expected me to forgive, to heal, to stay. But some wounds don't bleed. They freeze. I left that morning with 1 suitcase and half a heartbeat. She followed me to the door, begging through cracked, desperate whispers, promising change, promising love, promising everything too late. But I didn't turn around, not once. Outside, the cold morning air felt cleaner, sharper, real. A new beginning wrapped in silence. I didn't need revenge. I didn't need closure from her. The papers, the truth, my calmness, those were enough. When I stepped into the sunlight, I felt it happen. Detachment. Complete. Permanent. Perfect. She had spent months slipping into someone else's arms. I spent one night reclaiming my life. And the final thought that passed through my mind, quiet, brutal, honest, was this. She told me not to wait up. So I didn't. I walked away instead, and I never looked back.
How could you do this?